This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on the South Today, high school pupils from Dunedin have joined the chorus of voices against the proposed Terrace Airport. Dunedin's Moana House is selling Christmas trees to raise money while culling wilding pines. And Society Member of Parliament Ingrid Leary has given her maiden speech in Parliament. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Daryl Baser. Dunedin High School pupils have voiced their thoughts at a Central Otago District Council meeting about the proposed jet-capable airport in Terrace. One of the pupils describing the airport's plans as an act of evil.
The Central Otago District Council got to hear some of the pros and cons about plans to build a jet-capable airport in the quiet rural settlement of Terrace, located along State Highway 8, about 30 kilometres from both Wanaka and Cromwell. One of the pros is the anticipation that by the time the airport's built, most planes will be either electric or hydrogen powered, and thus much quieter and environmentally friendly. But that didn't wash with a number of objectors who'd travelled up from Dunedin.
Technology is absolutely available to change, but I don't believe in 10 years we will have hydrogen aeroplanes that are actually capable of transporting that many people. I think we're probably not that far ahead in the technology game yet.
Currently now we are in a climate crisis, and any emissions is more emissions, and that is not something we need to be looking into doing, especially now.
Supporting or allowing it to continue would be an act of evil by the council.
Climate crisis will impact the young people more, so it is more important for us to step up, and the old people should be speaking on behalf of us, but they aren't, so we have to do it ourselves.
The proposed airport is a development by Christchurch International Airport, which has already spent $45 million buying up farmland around Terrace. Rhys Boswell, who's the airport's General Manager of Sustainability and Planning, says he's confident the new airport will be far more efficient and environmentally friendly than current airports.
What we're saying with this project is we acknowledge that the future has to be better than the past and better than the present. And that's why we are being curious about this project. We think that it does have a role to play in delivering that better future. And absolutely, I have children. I hope they have children. We all want to leave a lasting legacy that is to the greater good.
In Alexandra, the South Today.
A young Balclutha boy has been rescued after getting trapped under a deck at his home. 5-year-old Mark Sanada got stuck below the deck after his mother asked him to retrieve a dropped credit card. His mother says Mark would often crawl beneath the deck to retrieve fallen objects, but this time got his head trapped below a beam. After working to reassure him, emergency services personnel used crowbars to remove planking, allowing access to the crawl space. Officers were able to help young Mark change position, allowing him to free his head and emerge from the hole, to the relief of his parents. Dunedin Rehabilitation Facility Moana House has sold Christmas trees as an annual fundraiser for more than 30 years. The organisation says that felling the wilding pines in the Blue Mountains also serves another purpose. Dunedin Rehabilitation Facility Moana House has been selling fresh Christmas trees every year for more than 30 years, and they're back at it this year. Program Director Claire Aitken says business is always brisk.
Oh, very good. We sell out every day and wait for a new lot from the Blue Mountains about 3 o'clock each afternoon.
The organisation provides genuine therapeutic services for adult male offenders who wish to change their lives for the greater good. The annual fundraiser gives those on the program meaningful occupation, as well as serving other functions.
Yes, right. So we get rid of wilding pines and gives the community a service as well.
Claire Aitken says the organisation has expanded significantly in recent years, from one house to several properties halfway up Dunedin's High Street. She says the services they provide have also expanded too.
We've got a significant community-based service now in terms of our aftercare program, and so that means we have 3 staff who are able to offer extensive follow-up for people who are in the process of leaving the program and settling in the community, so that's something that we've only been able to do in recent times.
Funds raised from the sale of wilding pines chopped down by the gents on the program goes to special projects, including refurbishment of existing buildings.
So we've completed our new build out the back of 403. It's called Maturaki, and we're currently refurbishing our other houses, and one's almost finished and the others are being double glazed. Yeah.
Trees are on sale daily outside Moana House until December 21st, or as Aitken says, when people stop buying trees, or when the forest closes for the year. In Dunedin, the South Today. Pedestrians and road users around Dunedin's Bath Street are being asked to be patient while urgent work is being done on a nearby stormwater drain. Dunedin City Council contractors are installing a new stormwater pump on the corner of Bath and Stewart Streets just downhill from the Octagon. The council says a watercourse pipe in Bath Street has deteriorated and is now partially blocked. Because the pipe is under a building, it's not easily accessible, so contractors are installing a temporary pump to divert stormwater from Bath Street up to Stewart Street. It's set to remain in place until the renewal of the new pipe is completed at the end of next year. New Member of Parliament for Taieri, Ingrid Leary, is amongst those giving maiden speeches in Wellington this week. She won the newly created seat in November's general election, carrying on from Labour's retiring South Dunedin MP, Claire Curran. Rising for the first time in Parliament, Taieri MP Ingrid Leary gave her maiden speech in the House.
My father knew what it meant to walk to school without shoes. However, he also enjoyed a roof over his head, the roof of a state house, thanks to the Social Security Act of 1937, passed by the Labour government under Michael Joseph Savage.
She says her upbringing is one of the things which helped her decide to put her name forward to be a Member of Parliament.
It is my dad's working class values and work ethic, my mum's vision and compassion that inspire me about what's possible for Aotearoa.
Prior to her political aspirations, Ingrid Leary has been a print and broadcast journalist, saying it was her parents who influenced this, as she frequently woke to the sound of Morning Report.
My proudest achievement was starting the first Indigenous language show for Fiji Television when I worked there in the 1990s. And that weekly program, Talanoa, still screens today, some 24 years later.
Being an electorate MP, she's due to spend Mondays and Fridays in the electorate and will be in Wellington when Parliament sits, predominantly Tuesday through Thursday, or as urgency dictates. She says, like many new members to the House, she has a vision for how she can best represent her constituents.
I challenge all of us in this House and you watching at home to be the change that we want to see in the world. Tēnā koutou, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa.
Ingrid Leary says New Zealand is the best place in the world to be right now, and the eyes of the world are on us, as nations across the globe tackle the fallout from the COVID-19 pandemic. In Dunedin, the South Today. And still to come on the South Today, the Invercargill City Council reveals plans to repair a significant building. There's a new tool in the South's arsenal to protect southern weather, and a tireless volunteer has received this year's Dunedin Library citation. See you after the break.
I am in the middle of George Street, corner of Hanover and George. Come and see what I get in here. This is where I go shopping. So look what I can choose from in here. It's fantastic. Knitwear, flash shirts. Look at those flash shirts. Trousers, jeans, pullovers. Oh look, they've got some hoodies. I love hoodies.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
But my friend Lindsay, he says this store's only here till January the 10th, so I better dash. See you later.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
For 100 years, Presbyterian Support has been helping people in your region through all conditions, ages and stages of life. Our Enliven and Family Work services are always there when you need them. People in your community are facing unprecedented challenges and they need your help. By making a donation to your local Presbyterian Support in South Canterbury, Otago or Southland, you'll be helping us to help people where you live. Together we can make a difference. We are people helping people.
You sure you can handle? Okay. We can take my Lambo. Okay. I'll put on a tight show. Okay. You sure you can handle? Okay. We be faster than Django.
No mai anō. Welcome back. The Invercargill City Council has decided to strengthen and refurbish the Southland Museum and Art Gallery. However, the community may have to wait until 2025 to actually step into the Pyramid building. The landmark building was closed to the public mid-2018 following earthquake safety concerns. The cheapest option for the council is to strengthen it to the minimum requirement, 34% of the National Building Standard. The most expensive option is a completely new building at a cost of $85 million. In the end, councillors decided the best option is strengthening the building to 67% of NBS, as well as installing new heating and air conditioning systems. The project is likely to take more than 3 years. Severe weather warnings around Otago might be issued with more certainty. Now the Met Service has switched on New Zealand's newest weather radar.
A rain shower over Dunedin at 8 p.m. last night conflicted with yesterday's forecast for fine weather. But this may become a thing of the past with the operation of a new weather radar. Met Service says the $3 million installation, located on a remote hill northwest of Dunedin, will provide excellent coverage of Dunedin City, as well as the Maniatoto and the Clutha River catchment. It will also cover the coast from Catlins to north of Oamaru. It's the 10th installation in a network of Met Service radars and comes with new technology to distinguish between different types of precipitation, be it rain, hail or snow. The real-time radar data will also be available to hydrologists, emergency management staff and the coastal Otago community to plan, prepare and make decisions based on the likely impact of weather. Met Service says the new radar will strengthen the national radar network and also provide additional resilience to Otago communities, especially in severe weather events. Near Hindon, the South Today.
Dunedin man Peter Lim would spend every waking hour digitising historic newspapers for the Dunedin Public Libraries. It's that dedication to duty which has earned him this year's citation from the library. Dunedin man Peter Lim is living proof that not all heroes wear capes. He sits in the crowd wearing t-shirt and shorts as Library Services Manager Bernie Hawke thanks staff and volunteers for their contributions over the year. Dunedin City Councillor Marie Laufiso has the job of presenting the top award, the library's annual citation, and says Peter Lim is a very worthy recipient.
He's done almost 45% of the digital logging of 190,000 newspaper articles. So that's amazing. And I just encourage people to support the library and volunteers such as Mr. Lim.
Peter Lim's mother, Tong Siu, says Peter is what's known as a high-functioning autistic person who enjoys data entry and spends about 4 hours a night inputting Otago newspaper records from 1851 to 1993, as he has done for a few years. And Peter says he enjoys the work.
I'm a volunteer which I help transcribe all the scattered seed newspaper index card for the Dunedin Public Libraries, which I do it during my free time, and I've been doing it for the past over 4 years, and it's been a huge ongoing project.
The library has 190,000 information cards, and over the past 4 years, Peter Lim has transcribed more than 87,000 records, around 45% of the total number of entries. It's something he never tires of doing.
Every night.
Yes.
During the day he spends it in the archives and library researching, and at night, after dinner, he does data entry till about 12:30,
Yes. Yes.
without fail, even when he's on holiday.
Yes.
I might add.
Dunedin Public Library's citation is handed out annually to people who've gone above and beyond for the organisation. Library Services Manager Bernie Hawke says Peter's contributions helped bring the library's historic records into the 21st century. In Dunedin, The South Today. And after the break on The South Today, we continue our look back at the year in news and check out the weather as we slide into the weekend. See you soon.
Welcome to Alex Campbell Menswear. Our 3 stores have no shortage of stock. Check these out. We've got the Dunedin print t-shirts. Check out our zillions of short sleeve shirts. These are crackers. They iron themselves in the wash. Iron cheater they're called. And there's some really cool polo shirts. Look at all the bright colours. And of course there's no shortage of shorts. This is always one of our brightest colours. Our long sleeve fashion shirts. Jeans, casual trousers, dress trousers, you name it, we have you covered.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
So if you're shopping for your family or yourself, come and see Alex Campbell Menswear stores. We're full of stock.
Do PVC windows and doors. PVC is 9% more efficient than standard aluminium and 60% more efficient than thermally broken aluminium. It's multi-chambered, you don't get any condensation through the frame. And if you put decent glass in, you get a big difference to aluminium.
Step into Shop on Carol and discover a shop full of treasures. We have a fantastic range of vintage and retro clothes, upmarket clothing labels, collectible items, beautiful jewellery, quality linen and the best range of vintage haberdashery.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Here I am in the middle of George Street, corner of Hanover and George. Come and see what I get in here. This is where I go shopping. So look what I can choose from in here. It's fantastic. Knitwear, flash shirts. Look at those flash shirts. Trousers, jeans, pullovers. Oh look, they've got some hoodies. I love hoodies.
Every reason, every season, we're proud to dress the region. Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
But my friend Lindsay, he says this store's only here until January the 10th, so I better dash. See you later.
Ah, TV, our favourite babysitter. But it can be tough keeping up with what our tamariki are watching. Luckily, the Broadcasting Standards Authority has made some smart changes to the classification labels. Ooh! Plus changes to the time of day certain rated shows will air, and awesome new parental lock features, meaning your babysitter's job is safe. Find out more at safeviewing.co.nz.
Lord, 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 hear it more. Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Don't you hear Jerusalem moan? Bring the man he used to be back. My armor already cut to the bone. Don't you dare take that country at me.
Thanks for staying with us. Continuing our look back at the year in news, by February COVID-19 was beginning to take hold across the globe, bringing a ban on tourists from China. The second month of the year saw floods across the south, Elton John visiting Dunedin, and the annual Waitati Music Festival, two of the last major events before the nation went into lockdown. The second month of the year began with the spectre of the novel coronavirus still mostly an overseas problem. But by the end of the month, a ban had been placed on tourists from China, a Wanaka-based tourism operator seeing the writing on the wall.
It would be over $8,000 worth of cancellations we've had so far, but unfortunately this is the tip of the iceberg. Now that the borders have been closed to Chinese tourists coming in, I see that sort of only getting worse, unfortunately.
Pop music royalty visited Dunedin with Sir Elton John, giving many thousands of fans a great reason to trudge to the stadium in heavy rain.
All the clubs are time to dance. On the highway.
Waitangi Day commemorations were held at Otako Marae, with tangata whenua laying down te wero to manuhere, as the nation continues to address colonisation and the healing process. Unseasonably heavy rain across the south brought flooding to Gore and Matilda.
That is a bit of a worry. It's only 1.5 metres from the bridge.
Although no one knew it at the time, February was to be the last month of large-scale events, including the University of Otago's Toga Parade.
You know, from a lot of them from the smaller towns, to be together with 3,000 people is exciting in itself.
And the annual Waitati Music Festival, which attracted thousands of revellers to the usually sleepy coastal settlement. In Dunedin, the South Today. And now recapping tonight's top stories from the South Today. High school pupils from Dunedin have joined the chorus of voices against the proposed Terrace Airport. Dunedin's Moana House is selling Christmas trees to raise funds while culling wilding pines. And new Member of Parliament for Tairi, Ingrid Leary, has given her maiden speech in Wellington, citing her upbringing as a strong influence on her career choices. Time now for a look at what's happening in tomorrow's Otago Day Times. We welcome the editor, Mr. Barry Stewart. G'day.
Hello, Daryl. A new 4-storey office block for 650 workers is seen in central Dunedin, is seen as and has been welcomed as a significant economic boost for the city. So the Dowling Street car park is the site has been bought from the DCC, and it will be developed into a office block for the ACC. So 650 workers there. and most of them are already housed in various areas of Dunedin, so it's not necessarily new people coming to the town, but very significant for that area as well. Graduations, of course, we had the disappointment and drama of yesterday. Well, it continues. Otago Polytechnic has postponed its 2 graduations tomorrow for security concerns, but we're still waiting to hear from what the University of Otago are going to do for its Saturday graduations. Now, they're waiting on police advice about that, so it's a safety issue. So we're looking out for news on that. Record equaling number of reported medical mishaps in the south in the past year included 4 deaths, 2 patients left paralysed, and a dramatic rise in pressure injuries. So that's an annual mishap account, so we have a story on that. And on our Inside Out pages, we have a story of a former student accommodation, a house which was divided up into student flats. Well, it has been converted back into a grand Dunedin home, and Kim Dungy talks to the owner of that development.
Knowing Kim, that'd be a great yarn.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
All that and more. Thanks, Barry. Time now for a look at the weather.
Tonight's weather proudly brought to you by Mole Map.
Beginning with the southern view, you can't beat Dunedin's Bathgate Park on a good morning. Looking at the situation, a strong cold southwesterly airflow blows over the southern districts tomorrow and Saturday, easing slowly on Sunday and dying out by Monday. It's due to be grey and wet in the northwest with 15 degrees for Westport and Greymouth. The showers are set to continue up top, but it'll still be warm in Whakaatu Nelson as it heads for 18, and Blenheim may be dry with persistent cloud and 21 degrees. In Canterbury, the cloud reaches Kaikoura and Ōtautahi Christchurch, both of you head for 19 degrees. Expect a few spots of rain and cloud over Hakatere Ashburton as you head for 17. In the southern towns, the strong southwesterlies and showers are the order of the day here. Balclutha, Lumsden, the Catlins and Gore all head for 11 degrees. In central Otago, strong to gusty southwesterlies and showers are on the cards here. Queenstown and Te Anau should reach 11, with 12 in Wanaka and 13 in Alexandra. Those fresh southwesterlies and showers continue through the middle of the island as well. Timaru leads the pack with 15 degrees, Waimaru heading for 14. Inland, Twizel is tops on 14, with Omarama on 13 degrees. In Dunedin, showers tonight with fresh cold southwesterlies developing and 12 degrees overnight. Cloudy periods with rain tomorrow during the morning, easing to scattered light showers during the afternoon, a high of 13 and a low of 8. Becoming fine with sunny periods increasing on Saturday, a high of 14 and a low of 8. In Invercargill, it'll be cloudy tonight with showers and an overnight low of 9. Showers and cold weather continues on tomorrow with a high of 12 and a low of 7. Showers clearing during the day on Saturday, but the cold winds persist, looking at a high of 11 and a low of 7. And that's our news this evening. See you tomorrow. Ka kite anō.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.